If you've hit a ceiling that you can't quite break through in your business, it's likely because you're missing a system inside one of these key 4 models of business building. Pay attention and see if you can discover which model you need to focus on. First, we've got lead generation. No matter what it is that you do, lead generation needs to be a part of your business. It's what drives traffic in and helps your business to grow. Then we've got our org chart, our organizational system, the structure that you use, the people that are in your business that help to support your business in all its different facets. We move into our budget model. We're bringing money in. We need money to hit the bottom line. If no money's hitting the bottom line, we won't stay around very long. Our economic model, that's the levers that we're pulling. It's kind of the funnels, right? Like, this is what's happening here at the top, and these are all the numbers we need in order to carry those buttons to the bottom. So what in the world is this accountability model? It's what wraps it all together. It's what makes sure you're focused and doing the things you need to do to grow your business. So what's missing? Pay attention this week and let's find out. Okay, for all you business people using social media to grow, if social media is your lead generation, is this real prospecting or marketing? Prospecting is that direct communication. You're actively going out to find your leads, and because it is targeted, it will initially yield faster results. Marketing is the opposite. You cast the net, they find you. It's the long game. So that means this video is correct. Marketing. Now I can send it to people in my DMs, or I can just send DMs in journal, comment on posts. I can use social media as a prospecting tool, and in general, just posting on social media is marketing. So what is your lead generation strategy? The strategic model for lead generation includes systematically reaching out to all the levels of your database. So that's where you need to start. First, build that database, then separate it into categories. Initially, just separate it into who you know and who you actually don't, and then systematically, consistently communicate with them through prospecting, reaching out directly, and marketing, putting out that content that will attract them to you. Build a strategic plan to hit your sales goals. The toughest part about starting a small business is that at first you are all the jobs. Literally, every single job function is done by you. As you grow, you hire people to take those jobs away. Interestingly, large growth companies see the same thing. They need to hire more people to take more of the work away. As long as both are doing the same thing, and that's to have a strong focus on driving sales through lead generation. As your business grows, you become constricted by the numbers of hours that are available in, well, your life. And you have to hire somebody to take tasks off your plate to fit it into the week. Then you need more sales, more support, more client care, more admin to support the sales team, rinse, lather, repeat. Someone quits, you just took the job back. And that brings us back to our organizational model, which is simply this. First, when doing all you can do, hire admin help. You want to focus on the most important tasks and have a team working for you that handles everything else. Identify those tasks. Then second, hire talent. Talent pushes for excellence. Don't settle. Make sure you are treating your talent right. Third, train and consult that talent weekly to show your appreciation and help them develop and grow. Have you identified the tasks and the positions that you need to grow inside of your company? How will you recognize talent in your interview process? We're getting leads. We've hired our team. That means we're spending money. Speaking of money, what's the most important reason to make money? Pause here. A lot of people get this one wrong. Many think that we make money to spend it, to buy things. Others think we should save it. Well, to buy things later. If we save enough, we can stop working later, right? A key difference between successful individuals and businesses is how well they minimize their spending expenses in order to maximize their net income. Wait a minute, Jeff, if we shouldn't spend money, what's the point in maximizing the net? What I want you to do here is to start looking at every dollar you spend as an investment into your future. What's the rule on investments? Well, for every dollar you spend, you should receive a multiple of that dollar in return. That's what we call a return on investment. Now we need to track our expenses, investments, in order to determine our ROI. That brings us to 3 key areas of our budget model. First, we lead with revenue. Only spend money your business has generated. Operate with the idea that your business should profit each month. When you are operating this way, you shouldn't have to worry about how you spend it, and it's a good idea still to play red light, green light with your expenses regularly. When costs creep up, look at them and decide if they're helping to grow your business. If they're not, cut them out. Keep your fixed costs low as well. Continue to intelligently spend on revenue generating expenses. And then finally, stick to the budget. Plan it, track it, stick to it. If you know what's coming in, how you're using it, and hold yourself to that plan, you're gonna move in the right direction. If you build it and don't follow it, well, how much money do you wanna make? Okay, now, what do you need to do to get there? If we have an hourly rate, that math is pretty easy. Most of us want to make more though than jobs that just pay an hourly rate. In fact, in business, not all businesses even get paid each week, let alone each hour. So how do you build that plan? Again, hourly rate, if you want to make $1 million at 2,000 hours a year, you would need to make about $500 an hour. That's an economic model. What do you want your income to be? How much do you need to make per deal, per widget, per whatever? Then how many widgets do you need to sell in order to make that income? That's the basics. That's an economic model. Now, we're gonna take it all the way back to our lead gen model though. How many customers do you need to meet with in order to sell that many? How many do you need to connect with? How many do you need to reach out to? Understanding your conversion rates is super important here. Do you have the right lead generation method to hit those numbers? The right people and enough people working for you to convert the leads that have come in. The support team and the product that provide the value for the customers that you're converting. And will this number get you to that required net income? That's why I like to say the economic model pulls it all together. What activities do you need to focus on in order to drive your desired results? When is the last time you disagreed with a coworker about how something was supposed to be done? Or sometimes, even worse, you disagreed on what should be done. We've got a simple solution for that. It starts with identifying your company's most important goal for the year. Make sure this goal is clear so that anyone who reads it knows what it means and understands the definition of success for that goal. And then identify the 3 key priorities you should be focused on in order to achieve the goal. Put those priorities in order. Most important one at the top. Inside each priority, identify what strategies you will use to accomplish the priority. Now put those in order, most important one at the top. Often these priorities included, you guessed, elements from the lead gen model, the org model, the budget model, and the economic model. This is how we literally get your whole team to work on the same page. We call this a GPS. After you build this, assign your team members to the priority and strategy that they will be responsible for. Weekly, each team member is responsible for determining their lead domino, the most important activity they need to focus on in order to accomplish their weekly, monthly, yearly goal, and report it to you on their 411. This is the core of an accountability model, the glue that pulls your business together and pushes your whole team forward together, understanding what the goal is and the key priority to achieve it. Any business who builds systems inside these models will achieve exponential growth. Your success will be a mathematical certainty. So go build your GPS and let me know if you need a workbook where you can fill out the forms and not have to recreate them. Wait, stop. Wait a minute. Is that really all you have to say about accountability? Look, you can have all the business models in the world and one thing is true. None of it matters if you don't get it done. Am I right? And most of us, well, we're not very good at holding ourselves accountable. One question I learned to ask myself at the end of a busy day is, as my own boss, would I hire myself again tomorrow based on my today activities? And I gotta tell you, sometimes I didn't like my answer. We cannot push ourselves as hard as we can possibly go. It's literally not in human nature. We may get it done and we won't get it done as quickly as we could have. So this is what I need each of you to do. Are you ready? Answer this question. Who can you meet with weekly who will ask you the hard questions, who will challenge you to do the difficult things, make the painful decisions, and get you out of your comfort zone? We know that's where the growth happens. Build your plan inside of these models. Find a partner, a mentor, a business coach to hold you accountable to the hard things that you just won't do on your own. Go get them.